וידבר
Hashem and Moshe Lemor. And Hashem spoke to Moshe saying, David, Aaron, Mato Elon, Alosif, as Haneros, Amul, B'nai, Amenorah, Iru, Shivas Haneros.
Speak to Aaron. Speak to Aaron, and you should say to him, it means when you light up. Rashi is going to explain what we learn out from here. He's using this term.
Is lighting or lifting up?
Lighting up. Well, Rashi is going to explain that. It means literally you should have said the Rashi lahadlik. Lahadlokoscha esaneris. I say bahaloischa. And Maisa, we have this Lashon used in Parshas Tsama, Lahalois ner tomid. Right? Sometimes you call Lahalois ner, and Rashi is going to explain what that means. Okay? Halois nesaneris, Amul Pnei HaMenorah. Facing the Pnei HaMenorah, the face of the menorah, Rashi is going to explain what that means. Your Iru Shivas Haneros, the 7 lights shall give light. Okay?
If you're lighting the menorah, it's the menorah itself, not in front of it.
Oh, so we're going to see, it has to be, there's what's called the Pnei HaMenorah, which really, Rashi is going to explain, means the central shaft, and the branches of the menorah, and all of them are supposed to shine in the same direction, i.e. towards the middle. That's what it says. Amul Pnei HaMenorah, facing the face of this means facing the central shaft of the menorah. Your Iru Shivas Haneros, the 7 neros shall shine.
Yeah, but is it Mudran that is love that if you're lighting the candles in the branches of the menorah, they would be facing one direction the way it was supposed to?
No, because you could learn, and most people when they light have a 7-branch menorah, they're going to have the lights lighting outwards. It means the ones on the right side are going to be facing right, and the ones on the left are going to be facing left, because you want to give maximum light for what you have. You don't think so?
No, I don't think that, in my opinion, that doesn't exist. You have, these are, say, the branches, you light it here.
Which way are the wicks facing?
The wicks are in the oil in the center.
In the center, right. They're not necessarily facing towards the middle one.
I've got a horse.
So
I don't think the situation is you can change
the Maisa, in the menorah, there wasn't just like didn't have like floating wicks. The wicks were held in a particular position. So you could, as you said, you have really 3 choices. Either facing outwards, facing the middle, whatever, some sort of way of holding the wick that faced the middle, straight up, or facing inwards. The least likely you're going to have will be facing inwards. Why? Because you want to give, if it's to give light, you would really want it to give the maximum amount of light. So you either have it facing outwards, or at least facing upwards, directly up. They're not facing inwards. And this is what the Chiddush over here is that the 7 lights ought to face towards the central shaft, facing inwards. Okay, that's what we're going to see in Rashi's going to explain. You want to ask something?
Oh no, I just want to tell you I have to leave early.
Okay, fine. So, whenever you will do it. Okay. Let's see the Rashi over here. Nismacha Parashas HaMenorah, the Parashas HaNesiim. Why is this section discussing Aaron lighting the menorah juxtaposed to the section discussing the Nesiim bringing their korbanos for the dedication of the Mizbeach?
Who are the Nesiim, the Kohanim or the...
No, Nesiim are the Nesiim. They're the heads of the tribes. Each...
the leaders,
one leader per tribe. We call them Nasi leaders, let's call them the leaders. The president, as they say, the Nasi is the president, right?
To do 12 presidents? That's a little bit different.
No, whatever. So it's the leader. The leader of each tribe.
In terms of the president of the presidents of organization. There is an organization called the President's Organization.
President's Council.
Correct. And there's some person who's the president of that.
Okay, why? So now, why the juxtapose? The Fika Shara Aaron, Fika Shara Aaron, Chosha Oz Daito, Shaloi Ha'imayim B'Chanukah. Right? So when Aaron saw the dedication of the Messiah, they brought Karbonos from Messiah, Chosha Oz Daito means he had
Decrease in the...
it means he felt disappointed, I guess, or left out. Chosha's daito, shaloi ha'imayim. I guess basically means he felt disappointed that he wasn't with them. Chanukah in the dedication. Loihu, not he himself. Veloi shivta, not his tribe. Amalai HaKodesh Baruch Hu said to him, Chayecha, by your life, Shalacha Gedola Mishalahem. It's interesting that HaKodesh Baruch Hu made a shvua by the life of Aaron. I don't know what it means, it's interesting. Chayecha Shalacha Gedola Mishalahem. Your job is greater than theirs. Sha'ato Madlik Umeiti Besaneres. That you are lighting and preparing the lamps for the menorah. Now this Rashi is requires a little bit of explanation. What was Aaron upset about? Kol Shadaita.
He wasn't involved with the 12 Messiah?
Now tell me, did anybody oblige the Messiah to bring their korbanos?
Did they volunteer?
It's all voluntary.
So why should Aaron be upset?
Like what didn't he volunteer?
Oh, so that's the idea over here. Aaron wasn't upset that he hadn't been asked to.
He thought was it because he didn't think he had got there because of the calf? He wasn't sure whether it was to do
That I
these
don't know.
certain rituals.
That I don't know. I'm not sure that he thought it was a golden calf, maybe because...
No.
Anyway, the idea was the upset is that as follows. The other Messiah had an inspiration, had an idea to bring a korban. And he was upset. Why didn't I think of it? And he hadn't had that same inspiration which the other Messiah had had. So that's what Aaron was upset about. Right? Why was I didn't have that inspiration? Sometimes you see other people, people set up a good cause, or have some sort of donate something to a good cause, or have a certain set up a certain chesed organization, and you always think to yourself, oh, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I have that inspiration? Right? Yes, 1 second, let me just finish. So that's what Aaron was upset about. So HaKodesh Baruch Hu told him, don't worry, yours is greater than theirs. Why? Because what you're doing is greater than what they did. Why is that? Because you are lighting Shata Madlik Umeiti Besaneres. You are lighting and preparing the lights for the menorah. Why is that any better? What makes it better than what the Messiah did?
Because the lighting of the candles will be something that goes on for all of Jewish history.
Right, it's a constant thing. So I wanted to give you like a
Hanukkah.
I'll give you a mashal. Let's say you have somebody who's an administrator who runs a certain yeshiva, let's say. Runs a certain yeshiva. Anyway, and he's been faithful to the yeshiva many years. He's worked 20 years, 30 years for the yeshiva. Anyway, you could say he gets this make it his regular salary, but he puts in much more than what his salary requires, right? He puts in his efforts. Anyway, this big donor comes from somewhere on the other side of the world, and they decide the yeshiva makes a big dinner for him because he's donating, raised $1 million. Okay? So they make a big dinner for him in his honor and everything like that. So this guy, the administrator of the yeshiva, goes over to Rosh Yeshiva and says, "What? It's very unfair, you know. I've been working 20, 30 years in the yeshiva, right? And nobody never thought of making a dinner in my honor." So the Rosh Yeshiva says, "You don't realize, without you the yeshiva wouldn't stand bichlal. Right? Yeshiva wouldn't be existing. You must keep the yeshiva going. This guy comes one time, he gives $1 million. I've got to honor him, right? Because he gives $1 million. Right? So it's a one-time honor. I make a big dinner for him. You should know, without you, the whole yeshiva wouldn't exist."
Day by day.
Right. So sometimes it's a very important lesson to that.
For period is insignificant, is not insignificant.
Not only that, sometimes the little jobs that which are kept day by day, ongoing work is more important, right? Than sometimes.
And to treat it with the same kavanah, that was not only that.
No, that's another point. That's a different point. That's another point. The point over here is sometimes the little jobs that they're kept constant and without fail, that is more important, that has more significance than like a one-time big bang gift or something, big bang service towards the Mishkan at the Museum. The Museum gave a one-time big donation to the Mishkan, to the Mizbeach. Oh, so we make a big thing of it. So HaKodesh Baruch Hu tells Aaron, without you doing your ongoing job, which is without your little job, ongoing job, the whole Mishkan wouldn't exist. The whole process wouldn't exist. The whole Mishkan wouldn't stand before. So your little ongoing job is more important to me, says HaKodesh Baruch Hu, than the Nesiim's one-time big, shall we say, big show donation. True, it has to be appreciated. On the other hand, your small ongoing job is much more important to me than the big show.
It's a good Mussar Haskell for those people who are running different organizations, and they're not always appreciated,
right.
and sometimes they
don't feel appreciated.
And sometimes they're not compensated properly. But you say, well, look, Aaron had the same problem.
Right.
So if Aaron can survive, we can survive too.
True. Yes.
This is the dedication we're talking about.
That's what in last week's passage. Yes, we were talking about the dedication of the
this.
No.
Well, that incorporate. I mean, he didn't know what to do, how to do the. He had to be taught how to do the lighting of this candelabra.
No, so actually,
another question. I'm asking you another question. Did Moshe do it, and maybe he really showed Aaron the ropes, and that's why he wasn't included? Did he have to?
First of all,
it's not a straightforward thing. There's lots of things you have to do to that.
There is one point, but there's another point which is actually I forgot to mention in your question.
Yes.
When did Aaron start lighting up the menorah?
After the dedication.
After dedication, what? After the 12 days?
I wouldn't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
No, he started from day one.
But did Moshe have to show him the ropes?
That was his. Moshe did it for the first 7 days. The 7 days of dedication.
So he didn't give him a minute.
That's when not Aaron and not his sons did anything. They just sat around and watched.
Right. But he wasn't invited. He wasn't invited.
No, not sometimes invited. The whole point was that was one of the questions. Wasn't by invitation. It was by inspiration.
Ah.
So what was Aaron getting upset about? So he didn't have the inspiration. The answer was he was upset. He didn't have the same inspiration as the Messiah.
Ah. But he does praise him for doing, which he didn't want to tell us yet. Maybe it comes up later.
Well, that's yes, but that's Rashi's going to mention. Rashi's going to mention that.
That was his strong point. However small a mitzvah was, he used to take it with the same inspiration, and that was his.
The same freshness.
Freshness, that's right. Yes.
Correct.
Why are we being critical of Aaron and saying HaKodesh Baruch Hu had to tell him, don't worry, your job is greater? how long was the big limit? I would say Moshe Rabbeinu was.
So in fact, he was. It wasn't the Kol Shas Da'ato because he wasn't missing out on the honor. He was missing out on the whole idea of the carbon was to be enough to be.
Lack of inspiration.
Yeah, to bring themselves closer to HaKodesh Baruch Hu, to connect to HaKodesh Baruch Hu. So Aaron thought, he was missing out on this connection.
And
The answer is no, he was constantly connected.
And there's nothing to do with his inferiority complex, because he's still the golden calf. He was not like Hashem didn't give him his blessing, encourage him. He felt
Maybe
a
that's
bit
why
laid back.
he thought maybe that's why
So
he had lacked the inspiration. That's possible, I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Mordechai, next Rashi. When you literally bring up the lights. Yes? Says Rashi. V'haloischo.
Hashem.
Shehalav oile. Right? On the count of the fact it says that the flame goes up. Ksiv v'had lo koso. It's written with regard to the lighting. Loshen aliyah. Right? An expression of going up. Shetzorach lahadlik. You have to kindle the light. Until the flame goes out by itself. Actually, this is also nafkamina. This was the way it was done in the Beis Hamikdash. It's also nafkamina when else do we have a mitzvah of lighting? Hanukkah. Right? There's also a mitzvah that you should hold the flame, the candle, whatever, with which you're lighting the lights. You should hold it there till you actually see the flame coming up by itself. Right? That means you have to make sure that the flame is fully alight. Okay?
Yeah.
And in addition, further rabbis explained, Mikan from here, there were steps before the menorah, upon which the Kohen would stand and prepare the wicks.
What's native?
Native means to prepare the wicks. Make good. Make good. Make good. Yeah. It's interesting why this for this job, this terminology is used. It doesn't say meichin. It's called hatavas haneros. I'm just trying to think where else you'll find that expression.
So by virtue of going up the ramp, it
wasn't
going
a ramp.
up.
It wasn't a ramp. It was steps.
By virtue of climbing the steps, it was automatic that he would be rising up to light it. So
that's the idea.
And got them closer to the.
Because technically, it's interesting that technically, Aaron did not need to climb the steps in order to light.
Very tall.
Because how high was the menorah? That doesn't have to be so tall. How high was the menorah?
Not very high.
I was going to explain soon. It was 18 tefachim. 18 tefachim is 3 amas. Now 3 amas is normally the height of a person till his shoulders.
Oh, right.
That's what Tosfos says in other places. It's a practice, that's what it means. 3 amas is to the shoulders. And so therefore, the person would like something like this, right? He could stretch out his hand and light them no problem, because it's exactly up to the height of his. So as far as lighting is concerned, but however, this is what Rashi is doing, and he said that he wants to stand unated to prepare the wicks. Because in order to prepare the wicks, you look down into it. Okay? So for that, it was better to have the steps. They just gave the Kohen a little extra height. They could actually look down into the lamps and actually clean it out.
No modesty involved, that showing his legs or whatever.
No, it seems only as far as the Mizbeach is concerned was that a problem.
Maybe.
Well, even the Mizbeach.
It's there, but the Mizbeach, the Torah says you mustn't have steps, and shelo sigole arvos cha'olov. You shouldn't walk in such a way that you
Immodestly.
right. If you think about what immodesty there was, it was such a fine point of immodesty. Because what was it mean? The Kohen wore his clothing down to his ankles. Right. So what do you mean? So instead of things, he put up his leg, one leg up in. What was showing? Nothing was really showing. It was just slight elements of, I wouldn't say immodesty, it was a certain lack a lesser level of modesty, the Torah is particular about that, but that's only as far as the Mizbeach is concerned. Yes.
It's very talking about Chedach Libus, the Rosh Yeshiva of the Tsama.
Chedach Libus,
Yeah,
What
and it's say the dignity of man. He says, what do we learn from the fact that there are steps? If you have to have sensitivity for stone steps, that they may see a little bit less smooth, surely when it comes to dealing with people, we have to have a high level of
Just like the woman who wears the peruk, what's the peruk wig, in the house and there's no one there. Or the wall, sorry, the wall, I'm sorry, yeah, the walls, yeah.
100%. The woman has to keep her head down the whole time. Even is looking.
You know where the word for Peru comes from?
That's French.
Yes, French. My wife's French. She knew that.
Yes.
Was it
Shake
put
on me.
down in the Mizbeach who ran up to the thing?
What?
What they killed in the Mizbeach?
That was happened one time. Afterwards they put a stop to it. They used to run out to be the first one there. Okay?
A cute story my wife taught in Yeshiva, and the kids were, some of them were Russian, and the Peruk is in Russian. They said, oh, the teacher has a Peruk. So my wife understood what they were saying.
Russian. The Russian.
Yeah, the same word. When one of the kids came over and went like this, my wife said, ouch, ouch. Oh, that's not a Peruk. You gotta fool the kids. Because, kids are very curious, the youngsters. It was third grade or something like that.
Anyway, Mul Panei HaMenorah, carry on. Now, this is Rashi says, what it means, Mul, literally means facing the face of the menorah. So Rashi says, El Mul, facing the middle light lamp, She'eino Bakonim, which is not on the branches, Ela Beguf Shel Menorah, which is on the central shaft of the menorah. So facing that central shaft, that's called the Panei HaMenorah, Yo'iru Shivas HaNeiros. Right? What does that mean? Shisha shal sheishes hakonim. That means, so obviously the flame, the lamp, which was on the middle shaft, was facing itself. So that wasn't a question. It was facing the central shaft. But the point was, this is what Rashi is going to explain, that the 6 lamps, which were on the 6 branches, 3 on one side and 3 on the other, those were facing the central shaft. And this is what Rashi is going to explain. Shisha, the 6 branches, the 6 lamps, Sheishes HaKonim, which were the 6 branches, Shloisha HaMizrachim Hoinim Lemul HaEmtzoi, Apsilos Shebayim, the 3 eastern ones were facing the central branch, right? Meaning the wicks of the 3 eastern ones were facing the central branch. Similarly, the 3 western ones, also, Rasha Psilos Lemul HaEmtzoi, the heads of the wicks were facing the middle one. The Lama, why was it done in such a way?
Yeah,
Why should do it? It seems opposite, contrary to what we would have expected. The Lama, so we shouldn't say, you know why HaKodesh Baruch Hu commanded us to light the menorah? We want to give light to HaKodesh Baruch Hu. HaKodesh Baruch Hu doesn't need our light, right? We don't need our light. In fact, it says that even inside the Mishkan, or later the Beis HaMikdash, there was light, even though there was no sufficient power source to give such light. Okay? Even the menorah wasn't going to give tremendous light, but there was a miraculous light inside that gave the Kohanim could see what they were doing. But that was not as a result of the flames of the menorah which gave that light. That was a miraculous light. So the point over here is that the actual flames of the menorah, the lamps, and the flames of the lights were facing all towards the central shaft. Okay, Pasuk Gimel, down.
All facing up inwards?
If you're facing inwards, yes.
Ayas came Aaron and Mul Panei Le'elo Nevosecha Asher Tzivah Asher Mes Moshe. And thus, we're asking, thus Aaron
did.
Opposite the B'nai HaMenorah.
So should we say facing the central shaft of the menorah?
Facing the central shaft of the menorah. He lifted up,
He lit up its lamps, its lights.
He lit up.
He lit up its lights.
He lit up his light.
Hashem is Moshe. Moshe.
Moshe.
Now here's what you were saying before Yaakov. Ayaz Kenara. Says Rashi. Rashi said,
Ayaz Kenara. La'agid Shifko Shel Aaron.
Shema. This tells you the praise of Aaron.
That he did not leave.
Vary. He didn't vary for
Very.
what. Didn't vary for what HaKodesh Baruch Hu had told him. Most of it. He did exactly.
So why shouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good question.
I mean, how many times we keep looking to the Apostle, and there's another parasha where it keeps going kasher. I think it's when the Tsama was it?
No, yeah, when they set up the Mishkan.
So why? We know it's not just like how many times, you know.
Those are the instructions you're supposed to follow them.
Yeah, but so then first you ask the question, what is the big deal over here?
Yeah.
Why should I have thought that Aaron would be different?
Yeah, that's right.
So why is that a Sheva? I would think.
Well,
if you didn't follow the
That's,
rules,
that's basics.
yeah, that's right. If you didn't follow the rules, then that would be a problem. Follow the rules, instructions.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know, I have to...
That's an open question.
Okay,
Poses for the week.
right.
Poses for. Have you done it yet?
No. But I've got to come up with an answer then.
Oh. From that side of next week. Look at next week.
Even for the idol to come up.
I know, I want to tell you something. I started with this Parsha puzzle, right? I wanted to teach, it was my original intention. So I ask a question and hear the responses from leaders and then...
But you haven't got time to fight the word.
Anyway, so I tried that a couple of weeks and my response was...
Really?
Yeah. So I thought to myself, but that's not going to work this way. People are
lazy or they don't know?
whatever. People are
None of us, they don't know.
Leave it to the rabbi. Leave it to the rabbi.
yeah, okay. Pasuk Dalet now. Yaakov.
Yeah. There's the Zem Aseh HaMenorah, and this was the work of the candlestick.
Not work. Maaseh HaMenorah. This is the way it's made.
How this way
The
okay.
menorah is made.
That was made of Miksha Zahav, beaten
Beaten
gold, Ad Yerecha, Ad Pilcha, and to the base until where they got flowers on.
So it's about Mikshahi.
Mikshahi, it was beaten.
Beaten out of one solid piece. That's what Rashi is going to explain.
Kalma'eh.
So in English you read it was not from its base to its flowers, everything, whatever.
According to
it was all beaten out of one piece.
According to the pattern, Asher
Visual, right? Asher Hera Hashem is
Moshe, which the Lord had shown Moshe,
so
he made the candlestick. So why don't we know? Did he tell us how he made it in the fire? Is that what made it in the fire?
So Rashi's going to explain. We learn out from here. This is one of the points which we say the zeh. When you have the term zeh, Zeus or whatever, it's showing something visible.
Right. Okay.
Which is the point of this. You can see it.
So
why did Moshe have trouble visualizing?
So the main problem was as follows: not so much how to. First of all, what it looked like was
making it one piece. How did it one piece?
What it looked like seemed obviously was not so obvious, right? Because you just was given there were branches. What shape were the branches? How exactly they appeared? Whatever. That was something which Moshe Rabbeinu could not figure out himself.
I thought it was a one piece, all in one piece.
The other problem was major problem in making it was that you had to end up with a certain weight. And that was almost impossible. In fact, that's what we're going to learn out of from here, Rashi's going to explain. At the end, what happened was that HaKodesh Baruch Hu made the actual menorah itself pretty much, and just left the finishing touches for the Tsama to make, Tsama to carry out.
Oh, he completed it.
He completed it.
How did they use it before? Oh,
They didn't use it. The Torah was basically, in its raw form, the menorah just came out of the fire. HaKodesh Baruch Hu made it came out of the fire with these 7 branches, but the ornamental decorations weren't finished. In its quantity of gold, it was already there, so therefore they didn't have to cut out anything. It just needed to have to be chiseled and beaten to actually, engraved to be exactly the way it should be. But they didn't need to remove any gold, and this was the major difficulty which Moshe Rabbeinu and the Tsara would have had in actually making this, that it should come out the total weight of 1 kikar of gold. Right? This is what it says in Parshas Chumash. It has to be 1 kikar, 1 talent of gold, but the end product, which was a major thing. So therefore, HaKodesh Baruch Hu already, whatever gold was going to be in the end product, HaKodesh Baruch Hu made it out because we know it should come out like that. And HaKodesh Baruch Hu did that. And the finishing touches were done by Tsama.
We're saying that B'Tzalel did not have the ability to make the menorah just like Moshe.
No, he was not able to figure out how to come out with a talent of gold, just an end product with just the talent of gold. So there was basically, there were 2 problems. There was one problem of exactly what it looked like, what was the thing, and this HaKodesh Baruch Hu told Moshe by showing him a virtual picture of what the menorah looked like. Now this is the Zeh, this is what Rashi is going to explain. And then even once he had a virtual picture of what it looked like, he still didn't figure out how to make it, that the total amount of gold at the end product should be only 1 talent. Okay?
how could you use gold in there? Does it disappear if you overheat it?
Yeah, so that was also miraculous. First of all, if you have pure gold, it's a soft.
Malleable.
Right.
You add other minerals like
Right, that's why you have 925, sterling is
So
925.
this was the purest, it wasn't mixed.
Well, actually gold you can even have more alloys.
Otherwise it doesn't have the strength.
That's just, I don't know what percentage is gold and towards...
But this was pure gold.
The highest generally, when
I think
you
it's 24 karat.
24 karat.
Was this
24,
pure
24
gold?
karat gold is the highest content of gold content you can have in something which is shall we say, practically viable to be able to use.
I think they cut it down to 22 because they wanted to add some strength to it. I think in the manufacturer's jewelry, I think that's the same.
The British standard is, in this country is 14. In England you have 2. You have either 9 carat or 18 carat. I don't know what you have in America, what the standard is.
I think it's similar.
So was this the purest gold or not?
This was pure
So
gold without
that
any
was
alloy.
also a miracle that they were able to shape it without
They
breaking.
shape it, and that it kept its shape, and it was resilient to constant use, right? Yeah, and even nevertheless, it still kept its
Was it
original shape.
has refined gold?
Yes. It says that when Shlomo Melech made the menorah, it was he had a special gold, which he mined from the Yarden.
The children it was stolen by the government or was hidden underneath the...
The Chayra, according to the pastors, that was also taken to the Vatican. That's why you have in the famous Arch of Titus.
But the only problem is that the commentators describe the candelabra, some as a square one and some as a round one.
Well, it's actually, some there was round, the branches
Yeah,
were
so
round.
what is the...
We will see, Bezat Hashem.
So if the artist drew a round one, that's the one. But they say, oh no.
I don't know. That's a major question. What appears there on the Arch of Titus, it says appears a round one with round branches. I don't know, but the mice of many fashion round had straight vertical, diagonal branches. Okay, we'll have to stop here.